everyone. This is Mark Wong from PSB Academy Student Affairs and Industry Engagement. Welcome to our very first Career Cookie episode covering financial literacy, which is the possession of skills that allows you to make smart decisions with your money. I'm pretty sure that for all of you watching this video, you've probably heard the saying, money is the root of all problems, right? But in my personal opinion, I totally disagree with that because money is not the problem itself, but the lack of knowledge in managing and growing your finances. Hence, we are extremely privileged to have with us Mr. Chris Chan, who is a successful money coach to share valuable insights on money management, which has never been more critical than now. Chris is also the co-author of this amazing book right here. Hope you guys can see. Okay, Good to Great, 8 Gifts of Protection to Achieve Greater Success in Your Life. Chris, welcome to our show.
Hey, hello.
Pleasure to have you with us. Now, Chris, according to your author profile, you're actually an engineer by training, right? So how did you gradually become a money coach?
Okay, interesting. Let me ask you, how many of you are in your early 20s know what you want to do? Okay, so if you are in your early 20s and you know what you want to do, I must congratulate you because you already know what you want to do and you're very much ahead of others. Okay, for me at that time, I was in my early 20s and I really do not know what I wanted. I merely follow what my parents want me to do. Okay, that is to study hard, go to university, get a degree, and subsequently get a stable job, and of course, eventually I also got my master's degree. Okay, so I found a job as an engineer that has a starting pay of $2,400. And then I asked myself, with this $2,400, how am I able to become a millionaire, which is my dream? Yeah. So even after deducting my expenses and CPF, I basically left with not much savings. Yeah. So I feel very sad inside me because my dream is basically very far away. So with each day passing by, I feel sadder and sadder because I feel I'm drifting away from my dream. And then one day I was bathing in the bathroom and I was looking in the mirror at myself and asking myself, okay, do I still want to be an engineer drawing such a low pay, or do I want to fulfill my dream as a millionaire? Okay, so the answer is very obvious, right? I basically basically that I need to change. If I want to different to be a millionaire, I need to do something that is different because I cannot continue doing something that is what I'm used to doing. I need a different strategy. Okay, so in life, it is the kind of questions that we ask ourselves that can change the quality of our life. In this case, I asked myself, how can I be a millionaire? And that changed my life completely. So I began to read up on books that is related to finances and started attending courses and seminars to improve my financial literacy. In one of the career fairs that I attended, I met my mentor who introduced me into the financial consultancy industry. With a perseverance and a passion to help others in their finances, I'm already more than 12 years in this industry.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you, Chris, for your inspiring insights. Now, let's say some of our viewers, after hearing your story, are feeling absolutely inspired to be a financial coach, to be a wealth consultant. What skill sets would you recommend them to build in order to succeed in your industry?
Those who wants to improve your financial literacy, the first and most important skill to change your mindset. Okay, So a strong mindset, you can control your emotions, which is very important to avoid making mistakes, costly mistakes when you do your investments. Okay, yeah. So with a strong mindset and knowing what questions to ask yourself, it will change how you will be approaching uh, to be to improve your financial literacy.
So it always starts with the right question.
Yes.
Now, Chris, as we are all aware, the recent news has reported that Singapore is bracing for its worst ever recession as the economy continues to feel severe strain from the COVID-19. Now, in light of this, what financial advice would you give, especially to our students watching this video, to help them thrive in these rainy days?
Mm. So as to me, there's always opportunity in every crisis. Okay, it's actually a good time to do some self-reflection. For those students not working and still relying on your parents for your allowance, I believe your allowance might be affected already. So, so do you just complain and blame, or do you just take control and ask yourself what you can do? I would advise to track your monthly expenses. So knowing with a list of these expenses, you can separate your needs and your wants. Okay,
Right.
focus using the wants so that, like for instance, you want to have a upgrade your phone, or you
Mm.
want to do game, example. Then this one you can reduce the spending on this, and then subsequently increase your savings. Having more savings will definitely us in these rainy days.
Mm. That's amazing. Now, let's shift our focus to those who have just started a new job and are earning their first paycheck. Now, what's the first thing they should do from a sound financial management perspective the moment they receive their first pay?
So I remember when I received my first pay. That was many years ago. uh, my first thinking was to reward myself and celebrate. So at that time, I wanted to buy a branded leather wallet. Okay, because I have been using a nylon Velcro wallet for my schooling days.
I was a little bit more extravagant than you. I bought a mountain bike, and that was 70% of my first salary.
Okay, so for me, if I could turn back time, I would have done it differently.
Mm.
Uh, for a start, those receiving your first pay, I would suggest you pay yourself first. Okay,
Yes.
what do I mean? That is to set aside 10% to 20% of your monthly income, and then preferably you open a separate bank account to save this money. And this bank account should not have any ATM card. Okay, the
Mm.
reason is without an ATM card, it is likely that you will not use the money,
Right.
because if you have an ATM card, you tend to draw out the money, withdraw the money out.
Correct.
Okay, so this money is to for emergency use only. That is like example, we lose our job, or in such a case where we have the COVID-19 virus, then we will need this money urgently. Okay,
Mm.
and then build up 3 to 6 months of monthly expenses. Okay, to tide over this kind of difficult situations. Okay, thereafter, once you have built up these 3 to 6 months of expenses, we can proceed to accumulate savings for your financial abundance. Yeah.
Got it. That's great. This is the kind of information that I wish, as I started to join the workforce, that I wished I knew. So hopefully our students and our new graduates are enjoying this. Now, so far we have covered two groups of people: students and those earning their first paycheck. Now, what about those in their mid 30s, people probably like me, who are now suddenly realizing that maybe they have not been so financially savvy in their younger years, but would like to start thinking about how to grow our finances to buffer the financial strain in the recession that is about to come. Now, what advice would you be able to share with them?
Okay, so for these people, if you have not started pay yourself first, then I would strongly suggest you start this habit of paying yourself first to automate a system of drawing up 10 to 20% of your income to this separate account for savings. Then after, we should look into how to increase the income part, because income, there's two types of income. Basically, active income, which is you have to work for this income, and second type is called the passive income, which is you don't have to work for it, the money work harder for you. Okay,
Right.
Share with you the types of passive incomes in a separate session, because this will take up the quite a long time. We are limited only to 15 minutes.
Or maybe just if Chris, if you will, can share with us just a little snippet of what's an example of passive income, just in case any of our viewers are wondering and are left in suspense.
Okay, so passive incomes also depends on what type of instruments you put your money into. Okay, right. On the person's risk profile. So if you are the risk adverse type, you will definitely put it into the bank account and receive any interest. That means this interest is actually right now very low. So if you have a higher risk appetite, then I would suggest putting it into investments. Yeah, so investments will give you a better returns, but of course it comes with risk.
Well, thank you, Chris. It's been such a pleasure to have you with us today, as I personally learned a lot from you. And for those of you watching at home, I would like to share this very famous quote from Benjamin Franklin, and it's also from an excerpt from the book Good to Great. Now, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So I hope that you've learned something really valuable that will help you plan your finances the right way, a little bit more efficiently this time. Once again, this has been Mark Wong for PSB Academy Student Affairs and Industry Engagement. So remember to eat well, sleep well, and always stay positive. Until next time, signing out.